So on that ballot, only vote for one person. If you vote for two, then your vote is canceled out on that one question. So vote for one person. And I know many of you have your preference, and that's all well and good. I want you to encourage everybody. Do not get into an argument with someone about who they're voting for. Don't focus on that. Just make sure they vote yes on recall, and let them vote whoever they want to on that second question. So what are the message points we want to convey besides yes on recall? Yes, fill in the bubble. Yes on recall. The first thing that you need to know is that most of the voters are already decided in this election. We just have to motivate them to get that ballot back. Second is that of the undecided voters, they are not going to be motivated by the same issues that you and I are motivated by. They're not going to be motivated by, they're requiring vaccines and masks. You might actually turn off an undecided voter there. But we have found 5 issues that are the most powerful issues that are what we call 80% issues. 80% issues. Even Democrats are on our side on these issues. So here are the 5. And it's actually all worded on the back of the door hanger. Okay? The 5 issues. And use the wording that I'm using here. Number 1, California costs too much. It's unaffordable. Gavin Newsom raised taxes. He raised the gas tax. It's now $5 a gallon in some places. The housing, the utility costs are all more expensive, all because of Newsom's mandates and taxes. It's too costly. It's too expensive. He's the wrong governor to tackle this because he's the one that caused it. California is unaffordable, so cost of living is number 1. Number 2, California crime is skyrocketing. You are not safe. Your family is not safe. Your daughter's not safe. Your son's not safe. Crime is going up. Gavin Newsom, as governor, just signed an order to release 76,000 criminals onto the street. He backed Prop 47, which lessened all of our penalties. Felonies went down to misdemeanors to parking tickets. And this is one that always gets the soccer moms. Gavin Newsom signed into law SB 145 that allows an individual who molests a child as young as 14 to escape being required to be put on the sex offender registry. Newsom and his buddies have allowed sex offenders to live within a walking distance of a park or a school. So these issues of crime are wide-ranging. You have a number of examples to give someone. But the biggest issue is, you see the footage, people literally walking out of the stores with stuff in their hands, and they're not even covering their face because they know Newsom has coddled them. Newsom will not hold them accountable. Only a matter of time before they come to your house. Third.
That would be a mistake.
Third. So unaffordable, crime. Third, the schools are failing. He closed the schools, and even when they're open, the schools are failing our children. They're not getting the basic curriculum, reading, writing, and arithmetic. The schools are failing. Fourth, homelessness is skyrocketing. Homelessness, the filth, the squalor, these are people whose lives are literally being lost on the street, and he is throwing good money after bad. It has never been worse. He keeps throwing taxpayer money at the problem, but not actually dealing with the root cause. Homelessness must be addressed. And finally, fifth. The fifth one is an overall indictment. Newsom is an arrogant prick.
He's royalty.
Newsom is your typical politician. The rules apply to everyone else but him.
Where's the tar and feathers?
He's the privileged one. So you know what he did? He's so arrogant, he's so privileged, he decided to force you to wear a mask and not go to restaurants while he dined maskless. Now, you must point that out to a Democrat. He dined maskless. That's like a cardinal sin for them. He dined maskless with lobbyists who then got special favors from his office.
Yep.
And while he shut your kids' schools down, your grandkids' schools down, his kids went to private school. Oh, and when you lost your job, or your daughter lost the job, or your neighbor lost a job, they applied for unemployment benefits, and he was too inept to get them their unemployment checks. But he never missed a paycheck, and he gave himself a raise. This stuff is like dynamite. This fifth point, dynamite. The overall indictment is, this guy is your typical politician, privileged, a hypocrite, a failure, hurting you, and he's emblematic, he's symptomatic, he's the epitome of a broken political system. Now you're going to get two big opposition points as you're out there. You're going to get independents and Democrats saying, I don't like Republicans. This is a Republican recall, I've heard. So you need to make the point, no. We've got Democrats, independents, and Republicans all part of this coalition. You want to know why it's so broad-based? He's been that big of a failure. He's brought all of us together. He has failed so spectacularly that he has hurt Democrats, independents, and Republicans. But also, if you don't want to vote for a Republican on the replacement side of the ballot, you don't have to. I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you to vote yes. Because you need, even if you're a Democrat, I hope you'll agree with me that when someone fails as badly as Gavin Newsom, there's got to be some level of accountability. So let's hold them accountable, send the message that even a Democrat is accountable in California, fill in the bubble, yes, and then vote for the the Democrat of your choice on the second part of the ballot. Now, you will likely not get into many